Hi, welcome back to the channel, TrainStation 2. Alright, Train Tycoon event has ended. This is just a mini event before the Seaport event. Managed to claim first place, having a bit of fight with the second one who is 99. I'm 149. Luckily, managed to stand still and managed to do up more jobs at the end. Alright, as usual, as I mentioned before, this Train Tycoon is just a mini event. If you don't wish to participate, that's perfectly fine. You can do whatever you wish to. But if you wish to participate, then you just got to do a few things. First, of course, start late in the competitions, and then number two, before that you got to do a lot of preparation work, packing all your factories to the brim, input and output tray, because not only will they ask for train dispatch, they will ask for factory output, right? So that's something you got to do. And of course, you got to hold back your upgrades of buildings, upgrade of trains, because all this will be requested as well. So you can see there, it always has a mixture. And if you could bin away those 3 stars requests, as 1 star and 2 star are so much easier to do and faster to do as well. And don't worry about throwing away your inventory, because along the way you'll be crafting, also called manufacturing, a lot of it. So don't be worried about throwing away like completed chairs or tables and whatnot. Alright, so otherwise you're running out of this warehouse spaces, and you do not have so much of that, and you couldn't proceed further. So this is something that you got to part away with, which is all the manufactured goods in the warehouse. Of course, you could create additional warehouse space as an interim measure using the output tray of the factories. That's one way, as I mentioned many times in my video. Input trays would act as your interim warehouse for your raw materials, whereas the output tray of your factories acts as the additional warehouse spacing. Do not collect them unless you do totally required, i.e. you have that item being requested, or you need to move that production line, because sometimes you have too many things in your output tray. That's a problem. And how do you increase or not only the capacity of the warehouse, you got to increase it by the buildings as well. So you got to do your captain's request, like you see that the captains have fulfilled, and blue maps will be attained, and then from there you got to do your building request, increase your population, henceforth able to increase your warehouse spacing. Alright, so that's one thing. And the other way, as I mentioned, always using factory as an interim warehouse spacing. How to increase capacity? Upgrade your core warehouses. You have 6 core. For me, I have 6. Maybe you have more, I don't know. Then you got to upgrade them, so by using gems itself. So never use gems otherwise, like on trains or during events. I used to waste a lot of gems at events, and I think it's a total waste of gems. Only use gems for one thing, which is to factory upgrade and nothing else. Unless you really think that you need that little push to win a certain competition and it's really important to you, then by all means you can use that. And of course, during the major events, I'm not talking about minor ones, the major events, you may wish to upgrade your factory, the event factory, just using 30 gems. That's about it. And do not use gems to get an additional dispatcher for one day, because that doesn't really help that much unless you are really fighting neck to neck and towards the end of the line, almost reaching the finishing line. You need an additional push, probably you wish to, for the last day. Otherwise, do not make it a habit to spend that 25 gems on every day additional dispatcher. It's totally not worth it. If you really want an additional dispatcher and you are already 100, probably 100 over levels, you work towards 150. Alright, so at 150, level 150, you can unlock an additional dispatcher. That's where I unlock mine. So you can get 7 dispatcher, and you can use cabinets rather than gems to unlock them. Right, so this is a tip for you. The way to unlock additional dispatcher, the 7th dispatcher, 150. Alright, level 150. So this is something you should work towards. This is a milestone, right? So meanwhile, just fighting on this mini event, the Train Tycoon, you gotta hold back in terms of your dispatch, delay as many as possible trips as well. So imagine you need 9 epic trains. It doesn't matter whether you deliver 10, 20 or 30 items. So just provide the minimum delivery, so you can run many rounds, and every round is counted as one. That's how you fulfill 9 trips, okay? And that's taking a lot of time. Before you do that, make sure you have your other factories running in production, so that you know what is required, okay? Always check out the items that's required, and look at the suitable trains. If you're unsure whether do you have that specific type of trains to fulfill the request here, always go and check it out. Like you said, see the suitable trains, region 4 diesel. Then you can check out what are the trains that you have. For example, is it epic, is it legendary, is it rare, is it common? You can check your own using your own view in clicking on the train icon, or you can click on the job itself. Alright, so this is how you should check it out before actually you perform that task. You're going to be aware that sometimes a certain task may be very short, some will be extremely long. It means your dispatcher will be away from you for a very long time, so it's better that you can run the things need to be done while the dispatcher is out, so your factory can keep on running. Otherwise, it's a waste of time where your factory couldn't produce things because you don't have that material, and all the dispatchers are out. So do not do that. A lot of planning required in this game, so you gotta plan well before you can win. Alright, so certain things are as short as 30 seconds, certain things are like, for example, an hour before the train can come back. So these are the differences you gotta bear in mind. If you wish, you can want to collect all the 30 seconds one at one shot. You can send all your dispatcher there, and then rather than just keeping one. So it's either way it will work. Some of you may prefer to keep one train by your side to run all the errands, whereas the remaining trains out for a full dispatch. Alright, that's up to you. But most of the time I will use all the trains just to pick up that stuff before sending it up again. So this is something in terms of speed and planning is really important. Alright, do always watch one video to collect the upgrade materials, because it's really important. You gotta bear in mind that you do not spend your meta keys unless you're being asked to. So this is when you're being asked to, then I will spend that meta key. Otherwise, I'll just keep saving on them, because that will be one of the requests that I can fulfill. You can see there, spend 200 meta keys. So this is something to bear in mind as well when you are moving to the next region. I always emphasize, have 3000 meta keys before you shift to the next region, and you try to try saving it like probably 25 to 30 levels before. So for me, for example, it's 200 mix milestone for the region 5. I'll probably need to start saving like 170 levels and stop spending meta keys. So this is the way to go. Otherwise, when you go to a new region, you'll be devastated because you do not have enough trains and you can't do anything at all. You'll find yourself very miserable. So if you have 3000 meta keys to start with, you will buy 21 star container that will cost you 2000 meta keys, and then give yourself a treat by having 5 of those 2-star containers that will cost you the remaining 1000 meta keys. So with 3000 meta keys, you should have 25 trains, and among the 25 trains, you should have probably at least a legendary, 1 or 2 epic, a few rare, and then the rest all common. Alright, so what I'm trying to say is that the probability of you getting a good train from a 1-star is not high, but it's possible. Vis-a-vis, getting it from a 2-star may have a higher possibility, but it doesn't guarantee it. Out of the 5, probably 3 or 4 are common, and maybe 1 is epic or rare. That's about it. So I'd rather you spend it on 1-star container more, but you give yourself a treat by all means. Alright, so coming towards the end of this video, I'm going to show you the results shortly, and then of course I'm going to show you the first place I got, and that will add on towards the headquarters points of 1005, and probably getting nearer to claim the next rewards from the headquarters. Alright, so very quickly we'll come to the results, and I wish you good luck in the next event. Alright, so let's take a look. Alright, let's finish it. I claimed that legendary item. Alright, thank you for watching. Do like and subscribe. Goodbye.